Hello there, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. Today, we're continuing our work here on the villa that we were making here on Astraeos with the Greek structures. There's actually some updates to the building mod, so we can actually make some changes to make it look even better. Which is good, of course. It's always nice when things get updated, and these mods have definitely been getting a few frequent updates to fix things, which is always good. So yeah, really excited about getting to work on the villa, of course, that we started in the last build stream. So yeah, we're right over here next to the obelisk. So right over there. And we have this start of our villa here. So it's a little bit raised up to make it nice and flat. And we're going to be working on finishing this, what we started last time. Hello there, everyone. Hello there, Farm Boy Crimson. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello there, Maxi Gold. Welcome all. So yeah, this is what we did last time. So we started the whole planning of the villa grounds and the inner courtyard and everything. And we have the kind of outlines for two of the side gates, which are actually kind of the main gates as well, because this makes the most sense to enter the premises from. Then we have the wall here as well. And of course, one of our bigger buildings. One of the, what looks like it should be the main entrance, but of course not very practical to use as a main entrance. But it does look quite nice. And then we have the gardens in front, looking very nice with the custom cosmetic to get some water in here. And then of course all the plants from JVH to make some proper gardens stand out here, and some nice proper greenery. So yeah, we have a lovely start over here to this place, and I still like how we managed to do both of these buildings slightly differently so that there is a little bit of variation in there as well. And overall quite happy with the way they turned out. Of course, there's much more work to do, because basically we still have the back half of this build to do. And then technically we could also still work on a basement as well. And of course just decorate it in general, which is always nice to add a little bit of extra life and detail to our build. So that is what we will be doing today. Lots to do. So let's get started. But first, I think we're going to update these walls here to just all be the new Greek structures that have been added. So yeah, let's see. So we can in fact remove these that we did last time, because we don't really need them to be from this other structures anymore. In fact, I think we're gonna do this whole design a little bit differently now, because we can just have full walls. We have slope walls on top. We have some quarter walls there, and then some slope walls here and over there. So yeah, they are sticking through, but we can fix that with these skins in a little bit. And we're gonna do the same thing, of course, for these. Add in these quarter walls and slowly add these as well. Now we should be able to change all these. So for now, let's change these to some normal variations. This one is going to be all the third variation, so that yeah, they blend in quite nicely. And then for this, I suppose we would want that as well. I think that is gonna be the way forward for us, just because that will look the nicest. And then I suppose we could have maybe a little bit more details even in there if we wanted to. So yeah, let's update all these. Now that the pieces have been added, we can just make it all blend in, and we don't have to paint these other stone walls instead. There we go. We can quickly fill these in to all blend it in with the Greek structures. Yeah, I'm really happy that he updated this building mod so quickly. I'm still, you know, hopeful for some other additions. I would personally really like to see some foundation texture with just normal like bricks, basically what he has on the side, but then on top. That would be quite nice for like just the bigger builds, because obviously the flower everywhere gets a little bit busy. But you know, that would be nice to have. But for now, we can definitely make this work. There we go. Yeah, that does look a lot nicer, just all blending in the same structure and the same kind of look. So let's do that here on the other side as well, so that they all look like they're supposed to. There we go. Quarter walls and then the slope walls so that we can get going. Because we have plenty of work still to do, so I would love to get going. Hello there, Mr. Lands. How are you doing? Yeah, let's change these as well. There we go. Yeah, that's so good that he updated this so quickly. And we also have now the ramp with a roof texture so that we could use those as well. But for this, we're going to use these ones because they look a little bit fancier. So I'm just going to stick with this. I am not going to be fighting any bosses today because I'm just building today. Just some building. All right. That should do. Let's change these. And then we can update the rest to look like that. There we go. And we still need to add this to the top. I think I did it over there, but not over here. We just want to have a little extra detail on the roof as well. There we go. This is quite a looker. The worst thing is that I'm also working on a villa ground in survival, and this is going to be so much work if I want to build something like this in survival as well. Oh god. At least I have this time to practice in creative, you know. Yeah, I've thought about using the Emissa ones to like kind of blend. Do I have them on here? I do. But yeah, you would definitely need to paint them at least. But yeah, they could definitely work. We were kind of hoping for a skin update, but I think it might be worth that. The only thing that is holding me back is that I do really like these stairs. And then if you would have the Emissa here, the stair kind of stands out a little bit. That's the only reason we haven't switched to them here and also in the town on the community server. Yeah, because the blending would be a little bit difficult in that case. Anyway, we've got our main entrance, or well, we got this side of the build done. We've got these side entrances, well, not ready, but we got the shape of them already. And then I think slowly but surely we'll start making a plan for whatever this, this big building at the back is going to be. Because right now we have no plans. For one, I'm going to add in these here to the side, and we should be able to get these in to create those nice arches for our structures. Then I do believe we just want to have a layer of this going all around. Just make it nice and fancy up top. And then we can have the normal one here at the bottom. I do think that is going to be quite nice. I actually think I might want to have just a little window here. You know? I don't know why. No real purpose. Except just to break up those walls a little bit. And then we would have this. Yeah. Quite like that. I don't mind that at all. So let's update all of these. So this time we don't have like a big thing trying to invade us. Well, we have 3 potential invaders, but now we have something loud. Yeah. Hello there, David. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. Well, we definitely probably want to have some pillars here as well. To make it look a little bit more enforced. There we go. Yeah, it's always a party here, right? When I'm trying to build. Never alone. Never ever alone. There we go. Add those to the top. And we can probably go for the proper big supports here as well. There we go. Already makes it look a lot nicer. Yeah. It's they're all trying to take the spotlight. So yeah, I think at least what we want to do is have a little overlap to the side, and that's gonna have to be a full one, of course, to keep it even. The thing that I'm wondering is whether I want to make an overlap to the front, and I think that I want to try that to make this also stand out a little bit more. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it stick out by 2 here on the front, because that would allow me to do something pretty cool. Getting some pillars in. Well, that wouldn't really work, would it? Not like this anyway. I guess we would have to do them just on the actual corners, so that you could still enter the gate, you know. Otherwise you would kind of be blocking that. Right. We don't want to be blocking the gate, which is going to be probably, this would be, if I'm going to use it, it's going to be the main entrance. So yeah, makes sense to not block that. There we go. Yeah, that makes it feel a little bit more important, right? Okay, and then we can just fill these in. So I don't think I'm really gonna overlay on the back, because I don't want to take away too much of the build here in the middle. So yeah, I think that might be what I'm doing. So we have these in here. We have 2 walls in there. This always looks a little bit strange when you build like this, but this is what you need to do now. Yeah, I mean, more snap points would always be helpful. So yeah, we can add in some of the skins like this, and then of course changing this to the sloped wall. So that's going to be the entrance. Yeah, I think we can work with that. Is there actually any... I guess all the other variation for this would be just the normal slope walls. Not sure if I like the pillars here on the corner. I don't think I do. So I might just have them be there instead. Wait, what we can actually do is we can try both and see what we like better. Yeah, it's gonna have to be that one. There we go. Yeah, I mean, this feels like a proper entrance for a villa grounds like this, right? The grandeur can be felt and seen here. Okay, so I think what I want to do is add some nice curvature there, and then maybe actually just here as well. There we go. Like so. Like this. Just always looks a little bit nicer, right? And I do feel like this makes quite a bit of sense as well. There we go. Nice entrance to our whole place now. And then, of course, we probably don't want to forget adding in some windows to this. Is that the one? Oh, I think we just want to go for this one, yeah. There we go. And then we have our roof like so. Question, of course, always is whether or whether not to overlap. There we go. Let's fill this in until the other side. Well, Astraeos, no, the building mode I don't think has any statues yet, because it's only the skin, right? So I don't think there's anything in there yet. Which would be amazing. It feels like it needs it, you know, just like the dwarven statue. We need some different Greek statues, especially since there's already some really cool designs for statues in the map. If he translates those to the building mode, I would love that. I would definitely love that very, very much. Because I would love me some statues to put around and detail the base with. Yeah. Because now you have to depend on other mods, which is fine for me. I don't mind adding other mods. But of course, not everyone can add mods. And especially for console, yeah, you can't keep adding mods for every problem you have or everything that you miss. Because, yeah, you run out of space quite quickly. Which is annoying. I think I might leave this without an overlap. I think I'm just gonna leave this like this. For now, at least. We can always add them quite easily, of course, so. But I think it's fine without. Look at all those big guys all over the place. Alright, so we have one of our entrances, and then of course we have the gate in here so that we can close it for safety if we want to. So that way one day the courtyard won't be filled with dinos. But yeah, I do like that as an entrance. That's quite nice, especially on this side, of course, with like the big entrance, the main entrance. That feels quite good. Yeah, the question is if I actually want this whole boarded off thing, because it kind of just makes sense to also have that as the entrance, maybe. I don't know. Because I can't really make another entrance there. Yeah, I'm gonna... no, actually the limit on PS5 and Xbox is 20 gigabyte in total. But that's still, it goes quite quickly, especially if you play a modded map, because that's already a big chunk. So yeah, we can just add a few more like this and just transition into the hill so that you can also enter or leave from here. It started as 10 gigabyte when it launched, but around the center, it was doubled. So yeah, it's been 20 for a little bit now. I only know this because of the service I host for crossplay. But it's nice, but especially with modded maps, which seems to be a big focus in ASA, right? Because they have all these premium maps. But yeah, to have them installed on a console, if you want to play multiple, it already gets tricky. You can't really have any other things going on then. Alright, so we want to have some of these archways. Yeah, there is in fact like slight gaps between those. Did I have that here as well? I do. So weird. Guess we better fill that in if we still can reach it with skins. Guess we're gonna have to take out the gates for now, just so that we can fix this little issue with the gaps between the gate and the walls. Alright, that should now be fixed if I place in the gate. There we go. And then here, of course, we also want to have the actual gate in there. Perfect. So let's change that over here as well so that we don't have those gaps on the side. There we go. Let's fix it on this side, and then we can quickly build the same entrance. I think I'm going to keep these ones the same because that makes a lot of sense, I think, just having them the same way on both sides. So let's change up all these like so. Then we should be able to just add the gates back in. There we go. One over there, one over here, and then of course the main gate in them as well. And we can have the nice curvatures on the side. And we start with updating all these textures. Oh, I guess I also want to have windows on those spots. There we go. And then we can change all these. Let's add in the pillars. And here as well, I don't think that I want to actually extend it here because that would go up to there. Which would be quite weird because we don't have a big entrance here. So yeah, they will slightly be different. Similar, but different. Okay, so let's change all these. go. Yeah, they've finally added the skin so that you can make these ones fit. So you don't have to use any other mods to kind of fill in the gaps, which is great. Because then it all really matches. We got quite similar, but now it's just a perfect match, which of course is always better. So that is quite nice. I mean, I didn't really doubt that Nakadas knows what he's doing, and he updates his stuff pretty frequently to fix things. But it's nice that we got these additions to the build skins, etc. Of course, because that needs new textures to make it work. But yeah, they were on it very quickly, which is amazing, because now we can use them in all the builds instead of having to go back after, you know, maybe a long time where you've done a lot of builds already, which is great that we don't have to go in and go back into like 2 months of builds. This will always look weird though when you place them down for the first time. You get these crazy effects, but it's worth it. So these we want to have with that variant. Then we can change all of these to the 3rd variant. There we go. And then let's actually change these. Wait, I don't really have to fill in the middle here, right? No. Don't think I did for the other one, did I? Because I'm not gonna really build floors here, so might as well keep it open so you can just see the nice roof inside as well. There we go. And then we can have our roof. Wait, let's actually just fill in this side first. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna build another spiky mountain now. Oh. Perfect. Change these. Like that. And now we can just fill in the roof, and then we should have both of these entrances the same, well, similar. Not exactly the same, but good enough. Shallow roof corner pieces. Yes, of course, because we don't have those. Oh, that's true, because it just uses skin on a ramp. That is true. That is quite annoying that we don't have those, because that means you can't make any turns in your roof. So, for example, I couldn't do this then. That is... Oh, that is... Well, let's hope he does add those, I guess. Well, until the time, we can just still blend in the clinger roofs, I suppose. But, yeah. I do really like the other roofs as well. Although this feels like a little bit more... maybe richer, or... You know, looks a little bit more fancy, at least. Alright, so we've got the gate on this side, which is basically a smaller, simpler version of what we did here on the other side, which is the... Well, yeah, this is the main entrance. This is what you would be using most. But yeah, that is what you would use the most, and that looks quite good. So we've got the 2 entrances. We've got our... Well, now we definitely have half build. Oh wait, let's actually add in some of the windows here as well. There we go. Let's check, did I... Yeah, I did not fill this in, that's good. We could maybe add some details in here, like a pillar, but why? Like, you don't need it. Now you can easily pass into the courtyard or instantly take a turn to the left or right. Continue your way over there. Now the fun is gonna begin, because now we basically get to design and decide the shape of the main mansion, I suppose. Because we have... Well, we have a little bit of the building here. which is mostly just two small buildings, I suppose, with this connecting hall, because the hall doesn't really connect in any other way. I suppose we can actually also now fill these in quite easily. Because now we have all the pieces. ASR has a lot of pieces, which is why it can get quite confusing using those, because you kind of need to figure out and see what is all available, because there's so many different ones that you can use and have variations that can sometimes really help you out. I kind of think we just go like this, just kind of blank up there because it's just the inside. So these, there we go, just a blank inside, because I mean, I think I'm definitely going to just make some stables out of this as well. Feels quite appropriate because you could park something there and there, and then I feel like we could definitely make some stables out of these. Like that. Take out some frontier skin if we have that. Yeah, we do. And I think these could be quite nice as dividers, and then of course want to disable the outer opening for these on the side. There we go. So yeah, you would have a couple of places to park, tame, and then maybe we have these like this. All right, there we go. So that's quite nice, you know, some spots to park some tames in. I guess we could do something similar here, although then I would kind of have to move this door. And no, actually no, because we have the one of the entrances to the basement is going to be there anyway, so no. Let's not do that, and the basement we're not going to work on just yet. I do actually want to add some details here. And now wild on the do I not have RR installed? I do, right? Yes. I need the that's what I need. Because Wild discovered that there's actually a few decorations in the RR mod that are quite nice, even with this ancient Greek style. So let's see what I need. Metal and wood. And stone. Well, that's stone. It's a little bit of metal. I don't have any wood. So I just need to make some things that give me that, I suppose. Do I now get wood? That's definitely not going to be enough. Oh, I did have wood. So I guess I'm just missing the metal. But this one I can craft. That one I still need some metal for. What gave me metal? Is this giving me metal? Don't think it would. No. Which structure would give me metal? I don't know. Well, I guess we just break some metal walls to quickly get some metal. Oh no, but this is not gonna give me raw metal. I need the forge or something, yeah. Nope. Did not give me metal. How did I get the metal in the first place? What did I destroy last time? Was it this? Yes, it is. Not a lot, but a little bit. I could have just found a rock, probably. That would have been faster. Is it going to give me everything? Yes, perfect. And now I should be able to craft the other one as well. And these are quite nice as decorations. But yeah, props to Wild for discovering these were in the RR mod anyway. But they are very nice for some nice decorations. Because they quite match. Oh, I've got an elephant. There we go. What are you doing, buddy? See? Little fountains. They are quite nice. And then the other ones are actually also very, very nice. I think we can add some like this. There we go. Some little details. But yeah, if you have RR, they are quite nice. And these ones you can actually also change the wood of. So if you like some different wood, you have some options to change it. And I think Wild said you could also paint them, so that's quite nice. But yeah, that's a nice way to add some decoration to it. All right, so we've got basically half of this place done, but we definitely need to do the other half as well. And that is the tricky part, because that is the big villa. It's our home deco, I think it's called. All right, let's brainstorm what this villa is going to look like. First off, what is the middle? So this should be the middle, I think. Well, actually, I could have just, yeah, this is the middle. So that's the middle. I need all these guys out of the way because they're going to be annoying on this. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Yeah, we kind of need to do some planning to kind of break up this wall that we've lined out and to actually build a villa here. Yeah, we're not going to do the middle yet until we know what the building is going to be, because otherwise we might have to get rid of it again. So first of all, I think... Okay, the problem is kind of that we're going into the landscape. But we can fix that. So yeah, we're gonna guess kind of have like a false wall here on the inside, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not quite sure the shape I want to be going for. I think what we want to do is definitely want to break up the patterns. And I kind of can see myself having some additions here, maybe even. Because what if this would be... like, there would be a build here. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then perhaps 2 more, because why not? So yeah, what I'm gonna be doing right now is just to kind of shape out the build that we want over here. Just to kind of feel and look what we like. But yeah, it needs to be the proper villa, so it needs to be quite big. So I think having this does make sense. Breaking up those normal walls a little bit. That's going to be for now, because I can't see or place anything there. Think that is what we want. Yeah, that's about as far as we want to go out. Of course, with my terrain, I'm going to lose a little bit on the inside, but I'm not too bothered with that. Because I'm still going to have plenty of space left. For the boss, you need to be at hell. I'm not going to be there. I'm probably still going to be built. I don't know what time it was today. So yeah, we would have those big side bits. That's going to work nicely because we can integrate the wall into it. Probably have like a little side entrance there. But it will still stand out from that wall, so that's good. That is very good. So yeah, basically the outer wall, of course, would be here. Like this. So we can already place those in as well now. So that's probably going to be the last bit of the normal wall, these bits. So just very short. But I think that does work. There we go. So like that, and then we have the whole middle of the build still. So that's good, that's good. Okay, so we would have one... I think I want to have the big back wall of this building here. Even though that is a little bit meshed into the ground, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna raise this up so that we can actually see it all the way through. There we go. So yeah, that's where it would meet up. And then I guess I can remove these pillars for now. Let's keep the one in the middle, because that's going to be good to know. There we go. So I think what would be nice is It's maybe coming up to here. Would that be nice? I mean, we'd still have a decent courtyard left, right? So it wouldn't be too bad if we would. At least I don't think it would be the worst. I think I might even want to go a little bit bigger than that. There we go. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Yeah, that's 8. That's pretty good. And then we could have some pillars like this. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Makes sense to raise this, at least this middle bit up, I feel like. That kind of solves the problem at the back as well, so that's good. Okay, well, we can get rid of that. Yeah, that does actually solve this entire problem at the back, which is good for me. Means we have no problem with the landscaping anymore, at least in this part of the building. Oh god, that was not meant to happen. So let's fill the rest of this in. There we go. So yeah, we have a decent area here to work with, right? Should be plenty. And then I do think this is where the building is going to be. So pillars like that. Why do you got the rain? Let's not have any rain. There we go. There we go. So yeah, it's a mess of pillars, but promise me, I've got a plan. I've got a plan. So that's gonna be like the walls next to the entrance. We probably are gonna have some nice windows in there. Because it's a mansion, it's not necessarily a temple, right? Need to remind myself of that. This is probably actually way too tall for one layer, I think. Because let's be honest, yeah, that's way too tall. Yeah. Don't go making another temple. We will have plenty of those. All right, there we go. Kind of need to figure out what I want the build to look like. Also, I think what I want to try and do... kind of want to make the staircase a little bit more interesting as well. Instead of just having it just like that, maybe a little bit like this. Yeah, but that does not really make too much sense, does it? That doesn't really work here. There we go. So I do think that probably here on front, it's gonna have to be just like this. Unless, of course, we... There we go. Kind of extend these a little bit. Yeah, so that we have a nicely walled off stair, and I think I might even have some layers in this. Just to make it feel even more grand, right? Just that little bit more special. And then potentially on these, we would just have 2 of these. I kind of want to have this done the other way around because, of course, then they would kind of match. Platforms. What kind of platforms? I don't think we will see the terrain much anyway by the time we're completely done. Okay, so we'll have the nice stairs going up. I guess there's now walls here still. Oh, I didn't need to delete that. The sides are still open. Kind of just have to skin those like that, I suppose. There we go. You don't want to do where is Heath though? Why not? It's not that difficult. Some of them are quite easy this time around. Yeah, I kind of like that variation for this. Let's see actually. Because most likely I'm gonna want to connect that building to those buildings. Right? So they all kind of connecting, come together in one big build. I don't know which variant it is, but I think there's now... Yes, you can also do this. Is it just for everyone? No, this you can only flip. So I guess I need these variants everywhere. Alright, I might check if this gun works then. Oh, I already had it. There we go. It does in fact work. That's good to know because that's going to speed it up. Yeah, definitely kind of want to hop on back on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I also feel like I do not have the time to go back into it. But I have been looking at a lot of art from the game to get inspired by and use for ideas for builds. Because I mean, it's also what inspired the map in the first place, right? So it makes sense to kind of look over there and see what you can take from it and bring into ARK. But yeah, this has been a really fun style to bring to ARK with this new structure set, because they just look so nice. Okay, well, I do quite like that entrance already. Let's make this look a little bit more like what it's gonna look like. There we go. We'll change all these. Starting to become a proper nice entrance. I do think that we want to have some windows in these though. There we go. The purple crystals aren't new, they are just so that you can find crystal more easily, because the whole map is white. So now they stand out against the white rocks. They are just the normal crystals. Just to make life a little bit easier. There we go. That should give us some nice windows. And get us started on a pretty nice entrance, I think. Oh, we got Rex in the building. Hello there. Welcome back, Arcane. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Yeah. Going big is can be rough. All right, let's at least do the front here and change them. There we go. I quite like the look of this already. Above here, however, I do think that it would be nice to turn this into the balcony for the next floor. Thank you, Crimson. See you around. Yeah, and I doubt any of those rare resources would be that easy to find anyway. But with the new update that we just got today, there was something about Black Pearl in there, so it might be easier now to get them again. All right, so this is a good start to the entrance. We can then get these going as well. Okay, I guess then the pillars for this layer would have to kind of mesh with this previous one because of reasons. So, well, the middle one is going to be the same. think that's gonna look better here, because otherwise the big one is a little bit weird to just have by itself like this. There we go. Yeah, because that's basically going to be the balcony for the build. I suppose... Yeah, we're going to have to move all the pillars for this layer, because we've gone out by one on both sides. Okay. So I think what I want to do here is have like these entrances like so. And then I think we'll just fill in these. Like that. Okay, I think that is looking quite nice, especially once we change these skins, of course, to transform these looks once more. So yeah, these bottom ones are also going to be those. I guess there is still that slight gap, so we are actually going to have to fill in these. There we go. Should solve the problems. And then we just have to flip all of these around once more to change them into something that looks a little bit nicer. And should get us a pretty decent start for this wall. Then, of course, this layer we are just going to go with that. And then we just have the blank wall in the middle. Because, yeah, I think we want to keep it simple. I might bring over some of the custom signs Wilders made as banners to add to these walls. But this definitely does feel quite villa-like. And then I guess here on the front, this would be filled in again so that we could start the roof. Not actually the second variant. It's probably the one we want here. Yeah, the arena with a little bit of changing of the structures would be quite fitting. I'm still working on the tutorial, but that thing is huge. It takes a while. And I don't want to necessarily slow down on all content just to make that happen. So, yeah. Might be a bit... Okay, so the wall would actually be around here. And then it would meet up, I guess, with this wall over there. Right, so this wall would be there. And then this is where the normal wall would be. And I probably would go out behind a little bit. Just because it makes sense, I suppose. To break up the shape of this. So I guess that does introduce a little bit issues here at the back. Well, it's fine. All right, let's see. I kind of feel like that these should exist. Okay, well, I can't really go all the way back there, I suppose. The back is going to be less important anyway. There we go. It's going to be quite nice having these big pillars around, though. On the side is a little bit of extra decoration, like so. For now, we can fill those in. We'll probably add some windows here and there, let's be honest, but that's a good start. And then, of course, yeah, this would be extended to the back. So it's only this corner that's not working properly. So yeah, I guess that's what would happen. There we go. All right, so far I do like this build and where it's going. So we have this. We have some quarter walls in there. Then we can have the big front here. Like so. And then we'll have another layer of these. And the top of the building. We made a mountain. We made a mountain on top. Yeah, we can change all these to look nice and so. And have the fancy details there. I think we're just gonna have more of those around. I mean, kind of like that. The only part that I don't like too much are these pillars. So for this half of the building, I'm gonna see what happens if I just... I think I just want to continue in them like this. I feel like that might make more sense. Yeah, I think that looks way better. It felt a little bit unnatural where those other pillars were. Yeah, and I guess... I guess it kind of depends on whether I want the balcony go all the way there. I think so. Yeah, we can keep it like this. All right, let's get these pillars back in place. And I suppose now we can just have these. There we go. Yeah, does it make sense to have them like this? I think it still does. Okay, so what I would do if I place a temporary pillar there, can I then place this? Yes, and then we can place an actual pillar. Oh, can't. Okay, can I? There we go. We don't need it anymore. And then we can get the pillar in like so. There we go. And we can update these pillars. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So yeah, I do think we want to have windows here and there. Because, I mean, of course we do. Here we can. So we're going to start with that. Like so. Filling in that last bit. Okay, so we'll do the same window design here as well. I think that's gonna look quite good. Oh god, there we go. Like this. And then here at the back it's a little bit tricky. Because of course this is here. So it does make sense to have pillars in the corner at the back. And I mean, we're definitely just filling in this wall because what else would you do there? Maybe we can have an indoor garden at the back and use this as the start. We'll see. We'll see. I guess normally you would kind of do something similar like that. Maybe a little bit less grand, but still similar. Hello there. Thanks for subscribing. Welcome in. I guess for now, for me at least, the back isn't as important here because, well, you don't really see much of it. So we can fill in these windows. Because that's going to make this side view quite nice, I think. Once we change all this. So these obviously are going to be those. Those will be these. Yeah, I guess we have the flowers there as well. Yeah, I like that. Hello there. Yeah, that looks good. That looks quite good. And then these, we also want to update to these. To the second variant. Yep, there we go. And then we want to have these updated like that. These and these updated. There we go. Well, I guess we can update these all the way. All right, that's a good start. I think what would make sense is there would be another window there, I suppose. Normally, I don't know if we can make it work, but we'll try. And I feel like these would have to be the connections to the other room. Because I think you would want to have it quite grand on the inside as well, right? So yeah, we have these. We have this. All right, that's good. these. We want the second variance. Yes. Third variance on all of that. There we go. So there is our window. Yeah, the depth on these is definitely one of the best things about them. There's just so much inherent detail in most of these structures that it makes building with them just a whole lot easier of an experience. Like, you don't have to go completely nuts because the skins already are quite good at adding that depth a little bit more. I think that's what we did. Oh no, I guess technically it would be a layer like this. And then there would be a wall. And then these would be different. There we go. Gotta pay attention to all the little details, right? I almost think that for these entrances, I still just want to use the nice curves, but I guess before I do that, we want to add in the thin pillars, because then there won't be any gaps. There we go, like this. Like that. And I would almost add a pillar in this corner, just because for the corner it would look quite nice. But yeah, I think we can make that work still with the window. Yeah, that's fine. Like that. Like this. Yeah, that just adds that little detail to the corner. We can do the same thing here over on the other side as well. Both of these we will update. There we go. I mean, I was going to update this, but that's the one is going to be there down there, of course. And then we can add these back in, because that's going to be quite nice for the interior, I believe. There we go. Yeah, and then I think what you would probably want to do is have like stairs like this and like this. There we go. That's what I would do. And then, of course, here you would have the other building opening up over there. Same thing over here. So yeah, this would go into the other building. We would have our stairs like this. There we go. And I guess technically what we could do is they would be here, even though they are now inside of the building. I think it could still offer us some nice details if we keep them. Yeah, I guess you could do that. The steampunk skins, the insides are a little bit busy. That's the only downside I would say those have. Yeah, I kind of like this as an entrance, to be honest. This is quite a fancy entrance. You can have the fancy stairs. No, we definitely want these railings, right? There we go. And this is an internal staircase, right? This is inside the house. So let's change these. Actually, I might want to have these because these can be even nicer. There we go. I think that's what we want for them. No. So we want to have the second variant for these. There we go. Yeah, that looks very, very nice as a internal entrance. Okay, then I do think that over here... I mean, I guess this wouldn't exactly be the middle, but I still feel like this would make the most sense to have the windows here. So at least this high. There we go. So those. And we'll add the windows in here as well. There we go. So like that. Yeah, that does feel like it makes a lot of sense for this side portion, because this is basically just a connecting hallway. I don't think we're gonna do much more than this. Oh, that's unfortunate. So I guess I kind of want to make sure that these yeah, they have to kind of line up, right? I guess that just means we have to make these even taller, like that. Which probably isn't that bad. There we go. Okay, so the first variant, we don't need anything. The second variant, we need these. And on top. Then the third variant is gonna be like this. So taller windows. Actually, we also want them here. And then we can have them cross like that. Could even have these going on, which I also think does make sense and adds some nice detail to this wall for sure. That looks quite good. Quite happy with that. And then I think for these parts, it's just gonna be a roof. So it would be like this. And then back down. Because as I said, it's basically only a hallway. Just a quite fancy one, I suppose. But yeah, we can just kind of fill in the rest of this. There we go. Because of course this is going to be a wall again for the second layer of this floor. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with I've just entered the house. I'm definitely happy with the layers and the amount of detail so far on this. That looks good to me. And I even might want to add a slight bit more of detail here. There we go. I do quite like that. Just a few of those to add those details in. Can't do them here on the front. But here they do work quite nicely indeed. There we go. That is coming together quite nicely so far. So yeah, this would be the side bit, and then probably on top here, of course, we would want to have the beam. And here on this side, it's actually going to be interesting because what would you do here? Of course, you would do this. Would we have the windows here on this side? Or maybe we can have just slightly shorter windows on this side, because my landscape is slightly in the way. But we're just embracing it. I'm gonna do a little internal garden in here. That can definitely work. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna add this layer in just so we can have the pillar in the corner, because it looks quite nice over there, and I want to just repeat that over here. Perfect. And like that. We fill it in like this. Do I also want to have this doorway? Maybe I do actually. Just filling this whole little hallway in now. We can have the fancy skin up there, that's for sure. And have these middle ones. And then we can have the nice archway as an entrance. Yes, that looks quite good. Here we can also update some variants. There we go. Okay, so we do these structures like this. We would have these, I suppose. Well, no, I guess they would be this. And then that would definitely be that. These would be like so. Because of course there is technically still a layer underneath. There we go. Don't open, please. All right, so like that. I guess. Did we have... We have pillars on these sides. There we go. So 2 like that, and then the top one like this. So yeah, we still have some of the details here in the back, even though we're probably barely seeing that. It's good to just fill that in. And then we have the rest of the building to continue, of course, and then still the little side addition as well. This has turned into quite a big build, but I do really like what we've come up with so far. So let's at least have some doors in here. The grand entrance. I'm not sure if I want to have them up here, actually. I kind of like it without. Then here on the side, I actually like the idea of maybe trying some big windows here. Well, actually, I don't think I need these pillars. All right, we want the frontier skin again. And then this should create some nice windows, I believe. There we go, they won't open, and then we would have the gateway overneath. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to rotate that one. There we go, like this. So we still have the arch on the outer side. And then on the inner side, it's a little bit more square, but I think it works. I think it does work just about. And then you can fill in this wall like so. Yeah, that's quite nice. A nice tall big window, you know. Just get plenty of light in there. Although I guess I did not really do the front right after all, because it might be even bigger. Because most likely we would still want to have the overlap. That makes the most sense. And in that case, the whole little thing starts over. So we get an even crazier mountain. There we go. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the way to the top now. Nope, this is not gonna go completely right. This should be like this. Nope, this should not be like that. Oh, I see what I did wrong here. We did not actually extend this side yet. And we definitely do need that to make it even. Okay, so now we should be able to make it work, which is extending this. Then we can add in these steps. There we go. And we have a big mountain build up. So we can change these. Can add in those variants. There we go. A nice big front of the build. Which will always also give us a nice big roof. There we go. Well, yeah, I guess here on the back it's gonna be a little bit differently. Yeah, the corner of the wall would be like this. I guess normally if you would have the space, I would probably continue it at least this whole wall on the other side. But that's not really an option for us. So we'll do it slightly differently and we'll just make the other type of window here. Just a smaller addition over there. And then this, of course, I guess we just fill in because there's not much we can do there. There we go. So yeah, it would start like this for sure. Right. Yeah, these would be like that. These would be the second variants. There we go. Perfect. So we rotate this. And then we have a nice little window there. Bringing that all together. And then, of course, these should be the first variant as well. I don't love the way these roofs overlap into walls, but I mean, there's not much we can do about it. Except, of course, technically what we could do is have... I guess we could have the different types of roof in here. Which, at least for this portion, would solve the problem, I suppose. And who knows, it might break up the whole look a little bit. So we would do these instead. There we go. So we just fill the roof in with the ramps and we can use the new Greek skins on those. That might actually be a good solution to make it... Well, to also actually have differences between the roofs, but also make sure that we don't have to have a too big weird overlap on the inside. And we can have the nice little details there on the end, which I quite like. We'll have those here as well. And then fill in the rest of this roof once more. There we go, and that leaves no overlap. I guess we will still see the pillar, but that's less annoying. There we go. Yeah, that does look quite nice actually. So we only have this sticking out, but that is... We can work with that. We can definitely work with that. Okay, well, what you also want to figure out, I suppose, is the way that we're going to get down. Do I want to... don't know what kind of stairs. Maybe I should not focus on that too much yet, because that's oh, actually, well, probably we're gonna use this anyway. How much overlap? We already did the overlap. Okay, so that's the end of the building. I guess we can make this roof work. There we go. So I would assume it's going to be that big. There we go. And we'll just go around and fill in this roof to get a little bit of an idea of the new big villa that we've made. But yeah, this is definitely villa vibes, right? It's definitely big. Which is good because, well, we already had a nice entrance, and now you actually get a really nice whole overview of every different layer that you can see from different angles, which is good. We definitely love to see that. I might paint all the roofs because now we have a little bit of orange and a little bit of blue, so I think we're gonna go blue all the way. Or I guess I paint the other one orange. I don't know if that works for those structures, but we could give it a go. There we go. Let's go all the way to the end. Perfect. All right. Well, let's fill in the rest. Okay. Well, this goes a lot quicker until we mess it up. There you go. I think I might have, yep, added an extra one inside. We don't want that for sure. And then we just want to fill this all in all the way, oh, through to the other side. There we go. Big building, big roof, but I like the look of that. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a build with plenty of space on the inside. That is for sure. So let's just fill in a little bit. I'm pretty certain that here there won't be anything. Yeah, I don't know what happens if you try and paint these. You might just be able to paint them orange, and then it would be fine. Would be less work as well. Especially since my other builds already have the blue roof, so it would be quite nice to keep the orange look as a little bit of change. Yeah, that is definitely starting to come together quite nicely. So yeah, the back and the other side of the building is going to be the same. So I'm going to focus on the corner, I think, instead of repeating more of the same. Let's quickly fill in the walls so that we know what we're working with. So that's gonna be like this. That will be like so. Like those. There we go. So we're just quickly getting this part of the wall up the same way as we have it over on the other side. There we go, and then we have the little ledge as well. Like so. Oh yeah, of course, I don't think we added a pillar or a beam on the roof, which I quite like. And for this one roof, I might actually add a little bit more. Well, no, I think I'm going to keep it like this, actually. There we go. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, so we have the little part of the wall here. That's the same as all the other sides. And now we should be... Yeah, of course, I just love blue in general. So I like the blue roofs and I don't mind bigger builds with blue roofs as well. But since this is also going to be outside whatever town or I'm building over there, I do feel it makes sense to make it stand out a little bit more like a villa in the distance. Yeah. Might even try painting more of the villa or the main villa, maybe a little bit whitish as well. We'll see. We'll see. For now, we have still a little bit of the build to finish. So, first of all, I think... Well, could we have a gate here even? Or is that not really lining up nicely? Yeah, that doesn't quite nicely line up, so that is already out of the question. But, of course, we can have the nice curvy opening that we normally have, or on the other side have as well. Like this. We could definitely have that. How high do I want this to be? I guess it makes sense to have it slightly higher than this one. Right? So if that is the one... I guess it would make sense to be this high. There we go. So I guess that's how far it would go out. That's still pretty high. Let's see. What would this be? I guess actually this doesn't make sense because that means it would be an open build and it would be quite big just to have it open like that. There we go. So I feel like there should be an entrance here. And why not have another big door? Of course, I forgot about the pillars inside again. There we go. And we fill this in. All right, so that's going to be a nice little entrance here. Like that. That's probably going to continue all the way through. There we go. I guess it does make sense to kind of break it up over here. Like so. Although, if we're having... probably we would have another floor here. So maybe then this is not necessarily the way it's going to be, and instead that fancy one would be over here, like so. Okay, so this would be at least this high. There we go. Yeah, I do feel like it would make sense to have, I guess, 2 layers in here. I mean, not that we need it. Once again, we do not need the room, but I do feel like it makes more sense for there to be more layers. So yeah, at the back, of course, we're just going to fill it in as far as possible. Just like that. Yeah, for now, we'll fill in these skins, but probably they're all gonna change. All right, so that's a start. Guess we could have some windows there. Again, it's gonna be a little bit more tricky over here to really add anything in there. I don't think we will. There we go, that looks quite good. I guess these would just have to continue because, well, the pillars still go on. That kind of works. Of course, we get some more rain. We don't want some rain. Let's clear those skies so we can see what we're working with. I guess for these, we would just fill in the second variant and then the third variant on top. Obviously, this is going to be some windows once more. Or do we actually use a little balcony in here? Just a small little balcony. I think that does work. I mean, a window would be nice. We haven't really had a lot of balconies yet, so kind of also makes a lot of sense, maybe. We go. Small little balcony, but maybe we can make it a little bit nicer. We could maybe even add a little roof. Like so. Maybe if we do this, it might be a little bit easier to get the right snap point. There we go. Little balcony, but that does look quite nice. Here we definitely want some windows. So what I think is we're gonna have the walls on the side, and then some nice tall windows in the middle. So we'll have these and these. Nope. Just the normal ones. There we go. Some nice windows in the front over there. Yeah, that's coming together quite nicely like this. And then of course you can have some nice garden-y stuff and etc. in the middle. Although we still have some work to do here before we can get to that. I don't know if we even get to that today, honestly. This has taken, once again, a little bit longer than I anticipated, mostly because we've gone quite big, but I think it works for this place. There we go. Could build the stairs for the second floor in front of the terrain. Yeah, I think we can probably work that out, but I don't think I'll be doing too much interiors right now. Seeing if we can finish these builds at all today, which was my plan. But I mean, everything on the other side I'm just gonna do later, because obviously that would just be the same. So we're focusing on this corner, and then maybe working a little bit on the courtyard, figuring that out. There we go. And like that. So those variants would be over here as well. There we go. Like that. All right, here on the outside, obviously, we also want to have some details in there. And there's definitely some options to do it a little bit differently than on the other side. Kind of feel like I want to have a window here. I do feel like that the pillars should probably match with what is going on the other side, like this. Perfect. Nothing too tricky. Yeah, I might actually also make a window there, to be honest. And then I do think I want to have like a balcony over here. go. That looks like some nice supports. Do I just want to have a small balcony like this? Yeah, probably. And then we have a nice little railing around our balcony, like so. Probably even some nice pillars on the corner. And then we just fill in the wall like this, I suppose. But I do think that it could be quite nice to have a little roof above our balcony. There we go. So, and in the middle, and we'll make the windows over here. We know how to do those by now. There we go. And we can fill in more nice skins. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, the balcony is quite nice there. Okay, and then I do think I'm gonna add a window here. Even if it's the end of the building. Just to kind of break up the symmetry. There we go. These. And then the last variants over there. So that's that layer of the build done, at least on this side. Well, we had that side already. So all we need to do is the bottom layer here. Now, yeah, I don't think we want to have any doors because of the way we have the entrances set up for this place. But maybe, just maybe, we could still have some nice windows, right? I feel like at least these two, we could have some. And in this case, they're actually going all the way to the bottom. So there we go. That matches all up. I guess that does mean that we just want to have the second variant all the way through here. The third variant, the detail over here. And of course, the windows. There we go. Let's make sure these all don't open by themselves. There we go. And I do think that we could maybe add a little roof over there. Okay. Nice little roof. You know, to add a little bit more depth to this side part. There we go. I kind of feel like it does make sense then to extend this just in the slightest. There we go. So yeah, we would have this as a side view. That's pretty good. Then of course we're gonna extend these overhang so we can have the roof in place as well. There we go. And then we would have these two in place like this. Continue in the middle. And then make a weird mounted on the end. There we go. That's quite a nice ending once more. And then we'll do the same thing over here on this side. Filling in these. And creating another little mountain up here. And we'll start with these variants now. And the little flowers over there. There we go. So we can fill in the rest of the roof. And get this whole thing going. Yeah, this is going to be quite a fun compound. This is definitely a big base, and I think you can do pretty much everything you need. The only thing that we don't have is a behemoth gate access point, of course, because that would make everything massive. But yeah, you should have plenty of space, and with cryos you don't really need to leave your big tames out. And otherwise I guess you could park them on the walkways around and just make sure those are safe. Right, there's options. Personally, I never have an issue with parking my dinos and cryoing them if needed. And all your smaller tames that fit through gates, they can easily go into the compound, of course. There we go. That looks quite nice, in my opinion. So yeah, we have the smaller side building. And then we have the bigger middle building. And of course, on the other side would be also this building once more. It would kind of go into the same thing. So I'll try out the paint later, see if I'm gonna make that all blue or those maybe orange instead. Now that we do have the whole place in order, I do feel like we could add a few more details. First of all, perhaps a nice pool of some sorts. Or maybe not actually, because of course we have we do have a basement. That might be tricky. Oh god, I forgot about the basement. That's already why we have this weird thing here. Okay, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll just decorate whatever I want up there and then see if I even want the basement, because we don't really need it necessarily. I just made it in case we wanted it. Okay, well, I think it makes sense to have... Okay, well, that's already going to interfere a little bit. So yeah, maybe like this would make sense, and then we could keep going like this. Kind of like that. You know, we could have a nice little garden in the middle of our square to add in some nice greenery. There we go.
This is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins. Hello there, Grape. Hello there. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, so we'll make a little border around our garden. And then we can paint these to the filth color so that we get that fake grass in here. There we go. That helps a lot already. And actually, I kind of want to have these all be this one. There we go. That changes things for the better, in my opinion. Yeah, so if I do want the water in there, what I would probably do is have some water like this. And then, of course, that would mean here on this side as well. So one further, I suppose. Yeah, we would have to make it look nice. Well, thank you, Grave. Well, to be fair, you know, I just do a lot of building, of course. Because of making the videos, I build so much stuff, which just helps. Yeah, kind of like breaking up the courtyard. Of course, you could just leave the courtyard open, but I feel like that would just be boring, and it does mess a little bit, of course, with our basement, because yeah, we now have this weird thing going on. But as I said already, I don't really need the basement at all. So I think I'm just gonna get rid of the areas that are now opened up. And we'll see if we... Because there's still a lot left. Like this whole hallway we could use. Probably just want to then do the stairs a little bit different. And this we could still save. Because if we just add a wall like that, we can already keep that area. If we wall off this area, we can already keep this area as well. So we could just have this, and then there we go. Back to normal. That would work. Of course, this might be a little bit more tricky, but yeah, probably I would just go around like this. And then just fill this up like so. And then no one has to know that we are missing some pieces. Still definitely want to clean up this area because this is a little bit messy. The stairs are just running into a wall. That's not great, but I'm not too worried about this area, honestly. I'll finish that up when I do some decorating and some interior. But yeah, I do really love the look of this area, like so. The only thing, of course, that we want to do if we want to have this go on is want to make sure that whatever is below also looks good, because otherwise it's a little bit strange. So yeah, I think if we just fill these in, we can already get what we need. So for now, we will just fill those in so that we can have our nice little pool here. There we go. Fix that up so it looks a little bit nicer. And now we should be just able to add in the pool. There we go. That looks a lot cleaner. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do for both areas. But yeah, that does give us a lovely garden. Hello there. Well, it's going quite good. We've got the main villa here. Well, half of, well, no, more than half of it, but I need to do the other wing, but we're running out of time already. So I'm just gonna do a few decorations here and there. I think having this one here would be quite nice. Just to fill that in a little bit. Yeah, I quite like the whole look of this place. Yeah, I definitely think you can easily use this as your base because you have so much space. You got some stables, the main big house, definitely plenty of space for crafting everywhere. Some dino pen, room, potentially even a basement if I fix it. But yeah, most fixing would be here, to be honest, the stairs. But what would happen if I make them on the other side? Still the same issue. And what if they be here? That would still be a weird spot. And over here would actually maybe be the best option just sideways stairs like this. That probably makes the most amount of sense. Because then we don't need to have it right in the middle here. Which shaves this area a bit. There we go. We can just keep this like normal. We still do have this weird box, but it's less weird now. I guess. Yeah, in creative you can just destroy it and it doesn't matter, of course. I don't think you want to use the G button. I don't know if you even can use the G button normally in ARK for the same purpose. Maybe it picks it up for you, but I'm not sure, because where I play survival, we just have all the mods that do a lot of those things. So I don't know. I think we have a bunch of jerky, but I'm not in charge of those systems, so I'm not quite sure. Okay, but anyway, this change is definitely gonna be fixing the basement once I work on it. But for now, the only thing that really matters is where the entrance was going to be. But yeah, this definitely makes this a lot easier. And it actually might make more sense up here too. There we go. Change all these. Now we can get rid of those. What we could actually now do is still make some pens, because we could just have 2 more pens over here like this. This would just, you know, give us some extra space to park some dinos quite neatly in that corner. And then this side over here would just be the way down into the basement. There we go. That's all right. So yeah, that makes this whole area a little bit more useful. But this, yes, I could live in this place. Once I finally decorated and everything, I could definitely live in this place. We got nice little gardens. We got a beautiful entrance to the villa. And if we look at this corner, this is what it would look like on both sides, of course. I do like that a lot as well. Looks very nice. There's a lot of details. I love these little extra pillars that we have here. Yeah, that's a nice amount of detail. Then we have plenty of space here. And of course, we can make a staircase to the second layer still. We have this little hallway, which is going to have like a little indoor garden, I suppose. And then we have the main floor here with a bunch of space. And we still have another layer here as well. So yeah, I think we could maybe work a little bit on the staircase here. What probably would be nice is starting like this. And then coming out in the middle like this. Do I want to do anything fancy? No, that's going to take too much room. But yeah, this is probably already quite nice. A little bit of a grand staircase. There we go. let in. I'll probably have it like this. Maybe I do want to keep it open a little bit, like so. A little bit of space. Definitely need some supports there. And then we'll have some of them here as well. We'll have more small pillars. Why did I do those? I needed to fill those in as well. There we go. And then we can have the fancy railings as well. Yeah, that works quite good. And then we're gonna go for the fancy stairs in the door here, of course. I guess the skins at the back don't really matter too much since we won't see much or anything of them. But at least let's fill them all in. I think for my build, I'm just gonna fill in the underneath of the staircase. Of course, normally you would maybe make this like, yeah, well, I guess you could have the like secret doorways so you could access the space if you really need it. Yeah, I think that's gonna give me a lot of peace of mind this way. There we go. Well, you'll just have to be patient, guy. Just have some patience. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works for sure. The bottom we can just do like this. Then do we even want a fancy one? Probably not. Maybe these one could be fancy instead. Yeah. I like the look of that. So that would be our grand way up. And then I guess we can just make sure that this whole floor is nicely filled in as well for our main bit. Yeah, exactly. Now I have the perfect spot to hide the generator. Although, I mean, a tech generator, I guess, would still support the entire compound. Because usually I like to hide them a little bit more central, of course. Because then everything is powered. But I think it might be able with the tech gen. Which would be good. And I just feel like this is way nicer to actually walk up and down instead of having a smaller staircase. So even if you did have the space on the behind here, I would still do this, I think. I guess you could. I mean, imagine there isn't actually rock here. You could then make like a big nice window here. Right? Because that would still make sense. So yeah, that would be right there and right there. Do not have any other pillars yet. Okay, that's good. So we have a bunch of freedom there still. These and then turn that around. And I suppose normally we would fill just that wall in. That wall as well. This wall. And then here, I probably again would try some windows. Yeah, that will work. Here maybe not, because it's still proper rock. But yeah, normally I would probably have windows for both of these sides. Now I guess we will only have it on the one side. Like so. And then we can finish up this behind wall. And then we pretty much have the entire build going for us. We'll fill these in. There we go. Suppose that's what we would use, and then these, because I mean that's just mostly rock anyway. And then I guess we want to make this window still, even though it's not the best window, but that's what I would normally go for if there wasn't a rock face right behind us. There we go. Let's make sure to close these. There we go. So yeah, that would be the top layer. And then, well, this actual top part, of course, is just going to be the same as on the other side. So we're going to have some walls filling in. Oh, a nice little basilisk friend next to your base. That's always great. That is always lovely to find. Especially if it's just after you log in, you find out there's now a basilisk next to your base. Alright, there we go. And we can change these variants to get ourselves the right pieces, and then these can be fancy. Yeah, because the window isn't there, this is a little bit of a mess, but of course normally the back side would look a little bit differently. All right, well, that's that all filled in. And then for the other side here, of course, it's just going to repeat the other one that we already did. But yeah, that turns it into quite a nice villa, in my opinion. I'm quite happy with the way this turned out. Hello there, Hank. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? But yeah, this is looking great. Just imagine the second wing also being on the other side. That's quite a good compound. That's looking like a really fun base. I wish I would have this on the community survival server. That would be great. You would have all the space. I will be building something similar there in survival, but I think I have a little less room there, so probably won't go as big with the main building. But yeah, this is quite a nice look. Also, just the location, of course, is quite nice here. With the blue water, nice white mountain in the background. That does look quite nice. Yeah, every build I do, I get more excited to do more building here on the Greek map, but also to jump back into Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, this is quite good. I'm quite happy with this. I hope you guys like it as well. But yeah, I just envision the other side being done, but I think this is quite good. This is very close to what I had hoped for and what I had in mind before starting. So definitely think we can be quite happy with this. Yeah, I like all the little layers, like the different heights of roofs and everything. Totally forgot we started with this gate today. Yeah, this would be another quite expensive build, to be honest. Well, no, you could definitely do it, because I mean, I stacked foundations with ASR, but even if you don't have that, I guess you would just need more walls and ceilings to kind of make a flat space that's big enough, because finding one naturally might be pretty near impossible, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm quite happy with the result. I think that is going to be our build for today, because that was quite a long session, a little bit longer than I anticipated, but I shouldn't be surprised because it's just a quite big building indeed. So over the next few days, I'll try to finish the rest of the design, copy that over, and maybe do some decoration, figure out what to do with the basement before I'll do a little showcase of it. But yeah, this is a big one. This is definitely a big base. But yeah, as always, if you do have suggestions of what to build next, can be anything that I need to add to my Greek base city here, anything that you want to see in any other style, actually, just any build ideas, you can always leave them on their videos, streams, on the Discord, in the video suggestion channel. Yeah, I have plenty of motivation to keep on building, and I think, well, I'm still a little bit in the Greek phase, of course. I'm just excited for this new map, but over time we'll definitely also, of course, do some other builds, and I will also be building in different styles on this map. I won't just be doing Greek, because of course that would get a little bit old after a while, so we will definitely be mixing it up. But yeah, I've enjoyed this build. Hopefully you enjoyed this as well. Thank you for joining me during this stream. If you did like it, make sure to like the video if you're on YouTube. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't yet. And then, who knows, I hope to see you in either the next video or, of course, the next stream. There probably will be still quite a few in the next coming days, weeks, months, the rest of the year. Of course, we still have an Extinction launch this year as well. We also have the Halloween event coming up pretty soon. I'm excited for that. So there's plenty of cool things still coming up over the next few months in this year. All right, that's gonna be it for today. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.